What follows is a low-stakes conversation between two friends about American politics, social issues, and current events. There will be factual inaccuracies. There will be incoherent opinions. There might even be some kissy noises. Just roll with it and come out the other side with a new understanding about what it takes for a non-voter to care about, anything at all. No arguments, no debate. Just perspective. That sounds fun, right? Hello? Hey, where are you going? Wait, hold on. I really think you'd like it. We worked really hard. Hey guys, welcome to the 7th episode of A Nightmare for a Non-Voter. I'm Matt, and that's Rocky.
I'm Rocky, and I'm 7 nightmares deep.
Yeah, you are, aren't you? I like that.
Sounds like a fucking Stained song, 7 nightmares deep.
It really is. Like a nice heavy bass in the background, kind of drudging along.
I'm 7 nightmares deep.
Holy shit. Speaking of that, you want to recap yourself for new listeners? Who you are,
fine.
What you do?
I'm a straight white male from New Jersey. I'm beat the fuck up. I did too much yard work, and I'm going to be feeling it at least for 2 days. My fucking muscles aren't used to working that hard.
All right. Rocky's also, I'm not even going to say cisgendered because you'll try to derail me and you laugh at it for 3 minutes. Stop. You're in your 30s.
Cisgender.
You're from South Jersey. And biggest thing I keep forgetting to mention, Rocky's completely uninterested in voting.
Or anything Matt brings up, really.
Ever.
All of these subjects. All 7 of them.
This is for fun. There's no chance that Rocky will be convinced that any particular idea I say even exists. I'm not an expert. I just care just a little more than him anyway. If you take this seriously, you're missing the point. The fake goal is to get him to register to vote, and the real goal is to learn how to be less stressed with the world, like Rocky, I guess, is.
I got new mulch coming in on Wednesday morning, and I don't give a shit about that at all. I care less about the subjects of these podcasts.
So mulch is your number one concern right now?
Oh no, maybe? that's like 49. This podcast is 50.
Oh, okay. Then what number one would be for new listeners?
Oh, video games.
Really, number one?
And number 2 would be like pepperoni pizza.
Okay, so specific.
No, there's this Mexican place right on the corner from me. We had that for dinner, and it's so fucking good. I had a grilled chicken burrito. Okay,
so our topic today, Rocky has no idea what it is. I like to spring it on him.
The temptation of Christ.
That's what it is. Not yet. That's later. I like to keep these early episodes, at least the first 10, the most relevant as I possibly can for
first 10.
Like after the first 10 episodes, we record.
I didn't know you had that plan.
Oh, I have it all.
So we got 3 more at least that I don't give a shit about.
I'm gonna branch out into some weird shit after that. We'll see. But for now, sorry, we're talking about social media.
Oh.
What's that L mean? That can mean a lot of things.
Okay, yeah, let's see where it goes.
Social media is a very broad thing. It can include all kinds of different stuff.
I just posted an offensive status on social media.
Oh, why don't you tell our audience, please?
Well, Vern Troyer just died as of a couple hours ago.
Oh, no. What a way to hear that news from you. Okay.
And I made a status. I heard they're burying Vern Troyer in an empty Wheat Thins box.
Fuck. I hate when you make me laugh. I fucking hate it.
An empty Wheat Thins box.
All right. So that's how Rocky feels about Facebook status.
I'm waiting for the unfriends.
No one cares about Vern Troyer. They won't unfriend you for that.
You'd be surprised.
You posted way worse shit on there. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I know, but you know.
Women getting punched into shit.
Equality, Matt.
Do you know? Okay, first of all, let's back up before you scream equality in my face out of nowhere. How do you feel about social media? Period. I'm talking Instagram, Facebook. etc.
It's hard because I'm on them all the fucking time, just because I like posting shit, commenting on shit, making people laugh. My type of humor, and it's fun. I like checking out Instagram. Follow a lot of fucked up animals, a lot of girls, a lot of food.
Animals?
Like animals with like one eye and a tongue sticking out, or like princess monster truck who
wow.
has like a crazy underbite with real big fangs and shit.
Got it. Yeah, you follow like over 1,000 people, don't you?
Yeah,
on
it's
Instagram?
mostly like food girls, like nut shots, kids getting hurt.
So America's Funniest Home Videos then.
Yeah.
In your feed.
There's an account it's called Kids Getting Hurt, and it's the
God.
funniest shit ever. Oh my god.
All right. Well, so I guess what that means is you like it, you use it.
Yeah, I like it. I'm a sucker.
But do you know all the bad shit that surrounds it?
Yeah, I know that like Cambridge Analytica, right?
Okay, there you go.
They
Keep going.
what did they do? It's something along the lines of they released no, they let it be known that Mark Zuckerberg sells your shit, all your privacy and information. I don't know, something along those lines.
You're close.
At first I was like, but then I realized I don't really like. What are they going to see on here? Like,
I like that gas.
Like
I thought that was a real reaction too. Like, oh no! Wait a minute.
I was at first, but then I realized they're not going to, see much. Just, games and fucked up porn, and that's about it.
On Facebook?
Yeah, I mean, they see your browsing history, like Google searches and shit.
Yeah. Well, this is mostly about Facebook. Let me just give that as an example of the bad shit that's going on, since you know about it.
Yeah.
Cambridge Analytica has nothing to do with Mark Zuckerberg. It's actually a organization that stole about 50 million Facebook users' accounts, including yours and mine,
right,
to sell to ad agencies that targeted ads at us in favor of Donald Trump winning the election.
Oh, okay.
So they took our data
and kind of like spun the ads.
Yes,
to
be
make Donald
pro-Trump.
Trump look good, right, or whatever.
So using our data, which was definitely against the law, they bought it and then they sold it. And
so how do you feel about that? Since you're, more opinionated.
Well, I also
than
don't post on my personal shit on Facebook, but I do think it's very, very sinister and scary because grandmas use Facebook and
my favorite fucking grandmas on Facebook are amazing. You'll post like a picture, I don't know, of picture of something hilarious. And then your grandma will be like, "Hey, how's your mom doing? Tell her I said hi." Like as a comment. It's like, what? No,
I've seen those in your actual page.
Anything.
That's amazing. That is pretty good. What I mean is they can be swayed by this kind of crap.
You're right. Well, yeah, of course they're gonna click on it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, did you hear Trump is gonna save all the mommies in the hospital?
Trump has an 8-inch penis. What?
Wow, that motherfucker's hung. I'm gonna ride down there.
You have a black grandma?
Yeah, don't you? Anyway, that's an example of one of the many things going on in big social media companies that's looked at as not very good.
Yeah.
And yet people continue to use Facebook. And by the way, Instagram is owned by Facebook. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah, so people are like, fuck Facebook, I'm going to Instagram. But then Facebook's like, okay,
just
fine.
Going to Facebook's brother, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
The reason I picked this one more than anything is because the conversation about social media has popped up a lot because people are finally seeing the effects it has on people's brains and all kinds of stuff. And especially because the president uses it every day.
Twitter?
Yeah, and that wasn't uncommon before now. Obama only did it for like official shit.
Yeah.
And
boring
so Trump,
shit.
when he's sitting on the toilet, he just says, fucking goddamn lefties.
Little Rocket Man.
Yeah, there you go. So you know all about it. So the critics say that's his way of getting around the press. Instead of being criticized and fact-checked, he could just say whatever bullshit he wants to his audience, and he could just get away with it, and that's the end of the story. And that's kind of a dangerous idea, and that's why people are talking about why Twitter, for example, might be spooky. Do you agree with that?
Do I agree with Twitter being spooky because
because world leaders can use it to like say false shit and convince us of false stuff?
No, because this is like, say you have an older sibling. Say your older sibling is with his friends in a different room, and you're like coming out of your room and going to the bathroom, and you have to like walk by the room which has the door open of your brother and his friends in it.
Okay.
And you hear like them talking, and you're like, "Oh well, I wish I was cool, and I wish I was a big person. I wish I could play with them. But brother's so fucking cool." And then like go into your bathroom and take a little dump, go back in your room. That's exactly like the Twitter situation where like it's just a bunch of people, talking. Like a bunch of older people fucking has nothing to do with me talking.
What? But in your analogy, Rocky, my brother or nobody has power. It's the idea.
Did you hear me say little dump?
Yes, I did. I loved it.
Thank you.
Did you call my room a little dump or my butt a little dump?
You take a little dump.
Oh. The difference
Did you call my butt a little dump?
I wish you did. I wish you would, rather. Do you see the difference, though, that it's like people in power saying things that might mean like, hey, I might nuke North Korea, they might nuke us, haha.
No.
Like,
because it's one of the guys just tweeting on their toilet. They have to go through so many fucking people to launch a nuke. It's not just like one person's decision.
Bad example, but they're taken seriously, whether it's Twitter or not, because they're an elected official.
Right.
Know?
I mean, at this point, you think
is the idea we're not supposed to take it seriously?
Yes.
Well, people do it
after
anyway.
all this fucking time. You should know better. I mean, the first like month of him tweeting and making himself look ridiculous, it's like, what the fuck? He needs to stop tweeting. But now it's like, come on, how surprising could it really be? How much are you really gonna jump when he says scary shit? It's part of the norm now. Who gives a shit?
There's nothing. You're fucking right.
There's nothing he can say at this point to like phase anybody. Because he does it so much. It just doesn't. Nobody bats an eyelash anymore. God, next question.
All right. Yeah, moving on. How do you feel about the idea of Facebook, Instagram, whatever, putting out a tweet, putting out a status, whatever, and then getting likes on it and getting a good feeling from that?
Who's getting a good feeling?
Do you get a good feeling?
Oh, you mean when I post a status? And
yeah. Do you like those likes?
Yeah, of course. It feeds your ego a little bit, sure. Especially like when you like try to like, when you post something funny and people give you the ha-ha reaction. I know they liked it because I want the extra step to put the ha-ha, and they didn't just like it like it might have made them smile. And that's all I want to do, Matt, is make people smile.
This is why I'm convinced you're a star. You have that star power in you. You want to entertain. I know you do.
Listen, the only star power I really need is the one in Rock Band where you tilt your guitar and you fucking get extra points.
Well,
I'm not meant to be a star.
You only care about like entertaining your Facebook status people, but I say you could have a wider audience.
Put me on the
stage.
stage.
We tried that for 5 years. It didn't work. So I'm sure you see this happen a lot. Something happens out in the world, usually in the United States. Someone films it on their phone, and then it gets put on social media, and then that clip blows up.
Sure.
For whatever reason.
Like the little yodeling boy recently.
Oh, right, with the cowboy hat. Got it. I hate that.
Who kind of looks like you, oddly enough.
Oh, good. I'm going to switch it to a different clip that just happened because I know how you're going to feel about it already. In Philadelphia last week, maybe you heard about it. 2 black guys went into a Starbucks in Center City. Okay.
I didn't know there was video footage of it.
They don't order anything. The people say, they want to use the bathroom. People say you have to order something to use the bathroom. They refuse to leave. Starbucks people call the cops. Cops take them out. That's it. The clip that was filmed is completely peaceful. There's no fighting. There's nothing.
Wow.
It's just in and out. There's one like Jewish guy going, why are you arresting them? Why are you arresting them?
Hey, stop it. They didn't do anything.
Exactly.
You got a buck?
That's not Jesus. You fucking sounded exactly like Anthony Cumia. I hate you. You fucking turd. Turd man. Anyway.
Turd man.
That's your new name. All right.
A lot.
So I used to call you a garbage man. Remember that?
I do. I like Turd Man way better.
Me too.
Sounds like a super villain.
So that was the whole clip, right? That blew up, the clip itself, like on Twitter. And in the replies are an endless barrage of, here's what I think, here's what should have happened, how come this happened, here's why black people get fucking arrested.
Here's my opinion. I want you to listen to it. Blah, 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 blah.
And so I think I know what you're going to say, but I kind of just want to hear it. What do you think about things blowing up like that and then becoming just an endless barrage of, I guess, not even conversation?
Well, it's not even like a good video. It's not like,
Well, that's why I picked that one because it was bland.
Starbucks is obviously wrong. People fucking sit in there for 18 hours on their fucking screenplay. Like,
well,
fucking
the idea was
stop
that they were black, but
yeah,
we talked about race already.
The manager, I think it was a lady. I heard the phone call. Obvious racist. They weren't fucking doing anything. Obviously, they weren't doing anything to that video. Apparently, they weren't. It was a peaceful arrest.
Well, but what I'm trying to get out of it is, we wouldn't have heard about this if it weren't for social media.
Yeah,
it would have happened. It would have moved on. Everyone, only the people in the cafe would have saw it and known about it.
Yeah.
And I just wanted your perspective on, what do you think the value is in sharing that kind of thing.
I mean, if it's something
around.
worth looking at,
Well, then what's worth looking
like the yodeling boy, that's fucking funny.
at? So funny clips. Okay.
Two black guys getting arrested and like not running or putting up a fight or anything interesting.
Okay, what about one of those videos where a black guy's getting shot or strangled or whatever the fuck by a cop?
I mean, that's just, that starts witch hunts and shit when people don't know the whole story usually.
Okay.
They just see what they see in the video and they're like, I demand justice! Like, they don't know anything.
Or they say, hi, how's your mom doing?
Yeah, how's Linda? Tell your mom I said hi. Someone actually did to me recently. I have 2 cats, Linda and Jean. I forget what the fuck I posted. It completely had nothing to do with animals. I forget what the fuck it was.
It's probably a Jenko post.
Probably a Jenko share, yeah. But like they commented like, how's Linda and Jean? And like it was up for about 54 seconds before I deleted it. I'm like, this has nothing to do with anything.
You deleted it?
Yeah, fuck you.
You curate your Facebook comments?
I'm trying to share Jenko stuff.
Keep it clean, guys. God.
And if she ever calls me out on it, I'll be like, I didn't see that comment. It must not have posted. I'm sorry.
Here's another
Because
fun
I'm a piece of shit liar.
Jesus Christ. Here's another little fun thing that happens on social media. So,
Matt!
I have a Twitter.
Hold on.
Yes.
Ah.
What?
I just scratched my neck. Hold on. I think I got sunburn. Wow. Matt, I got sunburn. I'm an outside man.
I thought you had a heart attack. I was real scared for a minute. I never heard you reach that back. I go, Matt!
Matt, listen to me!
I got sunburn!
I got sunburn!
Star Wars Rogue One came out. A year or two ago, whatever.
It's on theaters.
So the right-wingers on Twitter, which usually tend to be hardcore
Is that
Nazi.
one of the planes in Star Wars, the right-wingers? Are they the ones that go?
Fuck! When that movie came out, because it had a cast of like a Mexican dude and a Hawaiian dude and a
black dude,
ladies and a black, yeah. Did I just say a black? I'm sorry. Gathering Rocky's language. It's my secret racism.
The real Matt slipped.
Because of all that, all the right wingers on Twitter started a hashtag. Don't you love that sentence? Started a hashtag. Started a hashtag boycott Star Wars.
It's adorable.
Simply because it was too inclusive and didn't have enough white people in it. How do you feel about trending topics that come from
fucking nonsense? Because that's what that fucking hashtag is. I think they're fucking.
Do you remember that at all?
I'd never heard of that. No,
it happened.
Jesus,
it came and went,
really?
But it was there.
That's pathetic. Yeah. I think those are the real racist. I think the people who are like trying to be ultra PC, like and trying to include everybody, I think they are the real racist. Because like, I think they would. How did you even notice that? Like, are you keeping tally? Like, okay, I got a black guy in here. Okay, good, check mark. I got a white lady, check mark. I got a Mexican, check mark.
No. The right wingers started that because there weren't enough white people in it. It wasn't left wingers.
Was it left wing? I'm confused on the wings. I'm sorry.
Right, Republican.
Right is white. Gotcha.
There you go. Perfect.
That's how I'm going to remember it.
Anyway, I wanted to talk about boycotts, like people trying to sway companies or change companies,
Matt,
no matter if it's good or bad.
Have you ever heard a boycott last longer than a month?
No,
you haven't.
I guess you're telling me about how you feel about it.
Blips
right now,
on the radar. They don't mean anything. It's a step above a protest. It's actually taking action, but it still doesn't mean anything because it'll never last.
Have you heard the term fake news?
Yeah. Fake news. Moving on.
What do you know of it? What do you think it is?
I know it's a term coined by Donald Trump when he doesn't believe what he's hearing according to the news.
Right.
Or it is actually fake news. I don't really know much about it other than I think it's just news that people don't believe. Or like news that has like a spin to it depending on the agenda.
So you're right about, half of it is news that he doesn't personally like, that usually shits on him.
Fake news.
You're good. God, you're too good. For somebody who doesn't care about politics, you got that impression down.
Fake news, Stormy.
So that's the half of it. When he doesn't like something, he says, oh, that's fake news. So he tries to delegitimize whatever the story is. Like, I didn't piss on a bunch of Russian hookers. That's fake news.
Yeah.
But the other half of what that definition is actual fake news. And what that means is, so there's a whole thing going on in the government right now. Like the biggest news story right now, which I'm not going to devote a whole fucking episode to, is Russia interfering with the 2016 election.
Yeah. Have
you heard anything about that?
Yeah, I don't know shit about it because I don't really care.
Okay. So fake news is one of the tactics that Russia used on us to, just like I mentioned with Facebook ads earlier, to convince us that Trump was decent in order to destabilize our whole fucking system. So it's literally Russia bots and Russian agents, actual humans, either posing as Americans on the internet or using targeted ads on Facebook to influence our opinion of our own political system.
Right.
That's the other fake news. So it's like blown out articles, fake articles, crazy headlines, like Hillary Clinton is a secret sex dungeon fart knocker. What? Fart knocker? Wow. What am I in the 90s? Jesus.
Fart knocker?
Yeah, that's an old one, isn't it?
Don't you dare cut that out. That stays in. So wait, Hillary Dungeon is a sex slave fart knocker?
Yes, she is.
See
what I mean?
That.
You hear it.
See, now I'm interested. Now, what are we talking about?
If you hear it enough times. Okay, I will tell you about a real conspiracy theory. You ready?
Yes.
This is one that got blown up and maybe heard about it via social media. It's called Pizzagate.
Pizzagate?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't
Never
know.
heard of this?
I like where it's going.
Okay, so you know how they put the suffix gate on everything that's a controversy?
Yeah.
Watergate, Gamergate, all that crap.
Right. Shadowgate.
So there's that, but the pizza part, Shadow. All right, nerd. the Stargate, the pizza part of it. This is where it gets insane, and you're gonna have to follow along for a second. You ready?
Yeah.
Some conspiracy theorists out there.
Is pizza turning me gay?
You'll find out in just a second.
I thought so.
Wait, oh my god, that makes a lot of sense with all these shirts you're buying and shit, and all these questions.
You have to explain that for people who have no idea.
Rocky bought a shirt that says "I'm not gay, but $20 is $20," and I doubt he's gonna wear it in public, but I think he did it just to get a laugh, and like that's it. Like a $20. You probably spent $20 on this shirt.
I'm gonna wear it to teen parties.
Right-wing conspiracy theorists put out the idea that Hillary Clinton funds or helps run a child sex ring
of course.
in
Fart knocker.
A pizza place called like Cosmo Pizza in Washington, D.C. And this pizza place is a real place that these people randomly picked or maybe wanted to target someone there specifically. And they literally got the cops in there to search their basement where they just found pizza dough.
And not naked kids.
Yeah, exactly. And so it turned into, weirdly enough, kids love pizza. So it turned into this big example of how social media convinced tons and tons of people that this might be a real thing. And how it ended was a shooter showed up. A guy with a gun showed up with an actual loaded weapon. He didn't kill anybody. He was stopped before. But that put the nail in the coffin of like, oh my God, conspiracy theories have more weight now because no one fact checks shit.
Yeah, we're so close. Back it up. It's fine.
Fuck! I thought you would let it go, you dick. No one fact checks shit.
No one facts check. Ugh!
Fuck. Okay, so that's the conspiracy theory that got spread around.
Yeah.
What do you think about Pizzagate?
Is it real? I mean, is it really
no!
a thing?
It's not real at all.
Is it really a thing people believe?
It's a thing that crazy people and right-wingers believe and then promote so that people like us will read it and go, maybe
this is
maybe
just
there's
something
something
you and
to that.
your Dungeons and Dragons Skype buddies made up. Stop it.
Oh my God, look it up.
It.
Please look it up. Do you want me to do it right now?
Pizzagate.
You don't believe me? You don't believe me?
I mean, I do, because I don't think you're not one to just make shit up, but come on.
Can I read something to you real quick?
That's my response. Come on.
Proponents of the Pizzagate theory falsely claimed that the emails contained coded messages referring to human trafficking and connecting several U.S. restaurants and high-ranking officials of the Democratic Party with an alleged child sex ring at the Comet Ping Pong Pizza Restaurant in Washington, D.C. There. Fuck. It's real.
Why?
The theory also proposed that the ring was a meeting ground for satanic ritual abuse.
Oh, well, that I believe. Satanists love pizza. I believe that.
A big chunk of this is all about spread on social media. Users on Twitter and 4chan searched leaked emails, blah, 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 blah. So they made it up on fucking 4chan and shit. And then it spread until one guy showed up with a gun. The end.
Why did the guy come in with a gun? Which is like, let these kids go and give me a slice of sausage pepperoni.
He wanted to be a crusader. I'm going to save these kids. Seriously, that was the idea. But he was also whacked out of his head because he believed.
Can you imagine like working there?
Yeah.
Some guy comes in with a gun. All right, where's the kids? I'm like,
let me see your basement. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that really happened. And
Wow.
people blame Twitter and Tumblr and
I didn't hear about
YouTube.
this at all.
Yeah, it's one of those crazy, hyper right-wing, weird conspiracy theory ones that, the reason why people kind of avoid social media now and call it kind of evil, because
Did people actually talk about this? This like completely went out under my radar.
well, you don't look at news and shit.
But I would think I would hear about something that ridiculous.
It's one of those things that mostly got talked about on like Colbert and stuff, because it's such a goofy thing, and
Right.
luckily no one got killed.
Who the fuck wants to fuck a kid while eating a piece of pizza? How are we
You
gonna
get
do
a-
the pizza?
You get them all slippery, they'll slip out of your grip. It's tough. Anyway, so I want to hear your thoughts on Pizzagate. I guess you just
my
would
thoughts
rather
on
not-
Pizzagate. Come on. Come on.
Period.
Stop it.
How do you feel about, and I'm not talking about your Facebook profile, but I'm talking about your overall identity, social security number, your taxes, whatever, being accessible by hackers or the government or Apple?
Yeah, I like to think Amazon security is beefy enough where it's protected. All I can do is hope. I haven't been hacked yet, ever. My mom was a victim of that. She had to get an all new card, email,
No way.
all that shit. I mean, it scares me, yeah, but I try to just use knowledge and double check everything before I put any financial information out there, because a lot of scams.
Well,
Yeah.
not just scams. What I'm referring to more is big companies like Facebook that we're supposed to trust.
Oh, I don't trust Facebook. Nobody should
Okay,
trust it.
okay. What's up? What's the different one then? Okay, the government in 2015 or something, it was revealed that the PRISM program under the NSA, the National Security Agency or whatever, has been spying on all Americans ever.
I probably feel like most people when it comes to being spied on. Who gives a shit?
Oh, because they're not doing anything
I don't-
wrong, so why worry?
mean, no, I pirate a lot
Oh.
of fucking movies and games, but I don't know. I've been doing that since
That's because that's so low
I want to say
scale, though.
1999 for the Sega Dreamcast days.
Well, they call it a slippery slope because you just want to talk about how you're such a cool pirate.
I am showing my credentials.
With no fucking morals about supporting artists. Oh my god, I'm going to yell at you for that.
I
Anyway,
got to get my money back, Matt. Okay. My money is better spent elsewhere.
what was I going to say?
Rawr.
Fucker threw me off. What was I saying?
You roaring?
I'm moving on because I fucking forgot what I was saying. Okay, let's talk about individual websites. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's talk about YouTube as a social media platform. You ready?
YouTube is nothing more than a disappointment.
Well, that's a personal... Well, let's get that out of the way because we can't help but talk about it. We did a YouTube channel for 5 years, and once we started to do anime stuff, we realized that the myth of like YouTube comment sections being very toxic all the time was real.
Very real.
It's a very real thing, and all you got to do is watch a cartoon wrong, and you'll get very, very much hated on and picked on. And
And I also believe that we'll be back to those days because it brought in the Bucks.
It did. That was the trade-off. It brought in the Bucks. It really, really did. Jesus.
And Matt took the comments personally.
They were just
Stop
lame and
it,
dumb.
you did.
I did it first, but then I got so desensitized to it, I just started to just hate the whole fucking thing. Anyway,
We'll be
that's
back.
one aspect. That's one aspect of YouTube. We both could go on about all day. It sucks, whatever. But my conclusion to that is just they're just little kids being snotty brats. Period.
Yeah.
Like there's no more to it. But there's a lot
Entitled.
of more sinister shit happening in YouTube that I don't know if you know about, and I want to let you know. See what you think.
Okay.
Do you know who Logan Paul is?
Yeah, something that I saw a corpse and he did something inappropriate and he's super douchey. He's got dumb hair.
Yep, he's like an Owen Wilson who fell into a radioactive vat.
Hey,
He-
wow. Oh, wow.
You got all the impressions today, Jesus Christ. Yikes, I can't handle it. I'm going to turn this off. He's one of those idiot YouTube vloggers who makes tons of money off of clickbait videos, right?
Yeah.
Which is a problem in itself, and YouTube recognizes that. So, yeah, he filmed a apparently actual person hanging from a tree in Japan's famous suicide forest where
Right.
people go to kill themselves.
Yeah.
And the controversy spurred from that of like YouTube didn't punish him enough. He got suspended for like a week, and then he was just back to normal and had all his ads replaced, and he's fine and still making tons of money.
Right.
And the argument there is they did nothing about him because they were making a huge cut off of his videos, no matter how fucked up they were.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
YouTube should have punished him like they would, me or you if we did shit like that. Same
But
punishment.
because he's bringing in the bucks, they did relatively nothing,
I mean,
and people are
money
still
talks.
pissed about
Money
it.
fucking makes the world go around. What are you gonna do?
But and then like a week later, he posted a video where he's tasing dead rats.
What?
Yeah, he really did that.
Why?
You know how like Jackass used to go to Japan and like run around in panda suits and it was just whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he goes to Japan and throws dead fish on top of taxi cab car hoods.
Why?
He thinks it's amusing. It's kind of like how Anthony and Artie isn't funny to me because it's like a bunch of assholes being mean.
Right.
It's that's how that sounds to me. It's
That's I don't
just
understand.
mean on purpose, and amuses him and him alone. But
it
then
sounds
it gets
like
millions
someone half
of views.
my age would have fucking loved. Some shitty fucking 15-year-old girl's got a crush on him.
It's like shock value stuff that goes really hard, and he gets rewarded for it with ad money.
I mean, I think the kid should be fucking. Let's tase this fucker. And then hang him in a forest. Fuck him.
Yeah,
I mean, I've
me
seen shit from him for a total of 7 seconds, and I had to turn it off real quick because
Yeah.
he's just so fucking douchey with the fake high energy shit and the.
Yep.
It's
Well, they all
so,
are.
I know, and it's so
all the
cringy.
vloggers.
It makes me want to fucking die.
Yeah. Well,
Ugh.
that's the state of kids' entertainment nowadays because all those views, all those millions of views are children.
What's
You know?
up, YouTube?
Yeah.
Wow.
The shit we loathe and the shit we try to make our channel not like is the shit that makes all the money because children click on it because children respond to funny faces and loud
Because
sounds.
parents don't want to watch their kid properly and just want to give them a YouTube and be like, watch this shit.
Yeah, okay, we're on the same page there. So that segues into another thing you might not know about called, and here's another gate thing, Elsa Gate.
Elsa?
So you know Elsa from Frozen?
From Frozen? Yeah.
Okay. So it's called Elsa Gate.
She's some
This
pretty hot Rule
controversy.
34 stuff from her.
Okay.
Good,
There's a-
good reaction.
Gross.
Good laugh.
It's called Elsa Gate because there's a whole YouTube Kids app and section of YouTube. I don't know if you know about it.
I know my niece, is fucking
Uh-oh.
nuts about watching, people, kids play with
Uh-oh.
and review toys. Like, what?
Right. That's okay. This is actually part of it.
Fucking weird.
Right, but it's not just that. It goes into excessively bizarre territories where I'm talking about bizarre 3D animations of the Joker and Spider-Man burping so loud your eardrums blow out.
Uh-huh.
A whole video of that for 10 minutes. Aladdin's head turning upside down and spinning around in circles for 10 minutes set to lullaby music.
Can we send me
It's-
some links, please?
Yeah.
Or what are
There's
we
whole
waiting
articles
for?
about it. Look up Elsa Gate. It's called Elsa Gate because she's one of the main, most popular characters.
Can you
that's
send me
like-
that video with Aladdin? Or
I actually can find that for you. I found that in
Appreciate
an article about YouTube kids videos that are so bizarre and sinister. And what they do is they put all the tag keywords in the title and all the tags. They fill it up with keywords. And then they put it out into the world, monetize it because they know babies and toddlers will click on it without even thinking.
right, of course.
And then it gets millions of views and they rake in the bucks. So in other words, they're gaming the system that YouTube built for them. How do you feel about all that?
I mean, it's fucking genius. It's so shitty, but it's genius. Like, what? We were busting our asses for 5 years, and we put our fucking hearts and souls into. Well, you put your heart and soul into what I watched, and and they're just fucking making pee pee poo poo videos at max volume and putting them out and making a catchy thumbnail, colorful thumbnail for kids, and then
Exactly.
that's it. That's all it takes. We are in the wrong business. We should be in the clickbait business.
Well, the argument is that that's fucked up because you're hurting kids' brains. You're turning them
yeah.
into little idiots. You know?
They're going to become idiots regardless.
Well, Sesame Street's better than that.
Yeah, but nobody watches Sesame Street anymore.
I'm just trying to
You can't
pick
get
something-
Sesame Street on demand, can you?
I don't
YouTube,
know.
you can get anything you want, anytime you want.
Right. Well, the idea is that now...
Accessibility is huge.
Right. People finally realize that it's too accessible and being gamed by really fucked up things and people. Like, literally, Rocky, this is a real thing. There's a thing called a digital sweatshop where people in Singapore and Vietnam create 3D and 2D animations using Hollywood animated characters from Pixar movies,
Right.
put them like almost automated style, like they're pumping them out every day, all day, throwing all these keywords on, and then just getting money in their Google accounts. Period.
Oh,
That's Elsa Gate. To
Logan,
wrap
how much
YouTube's
money you
bullshit
think?
up.
I'm only asking because you think we can get into something like that.
I mean, you want to learn how to, it doesn't even have to be good animation. You should
Oh,
see
I
some
could
of
I
these,
can
man.
watch a couple YouTube tutorials and bang something out. Yeah.
I think you'd actually love these videos. They're really scary. It's definitely horror. 100% horror.
Fine.
Let's move on from YouTube. I fucking hate YouTube so much. Do we sound bitter, guys? No? At all?
We'll be back.
Let's move on to Twitter as a big bullshit thing to talk about. So we already talked about Leslie Jones harassment crap
Right.
in one of the other episodes, free speech, I think. And you said there has to be a reason why that harassment exists. There can't just be out of nowhere just because she was in Ghostbusters.
Right. Yeah.
Do you still hold to that?
I mean, wasn't I wrong? Wasn't it completely unprovoked?
It was only because she was a black lady in Ghostbusters,
Yeah,
period.
unprovoked. It wasn't her fault. I mean, that's shitty, of course.
Well, at the time, you didn't believe that. though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I guess I had a lapse in judgment of how shitty people can be for no fucking reason.
Okay, well, since you're on board, I have another example prepared of just this week something that happened. So, a lot of tweets get shared around that are like amusing to people and funny. And I say that because this one's not very funny to me, but I'm going to read it to you, and I want you to imagine what the replies might be. Ready?
Mhm.
This got 346,000 likes
Woo!
and
Who boasted
45
it?
point. It's just some random girl I saw retweeted somewhere. Alyssa Nutting, her name is. Here's the tweet. My daughter started crying at the dentist's office because the dentist is a boy. And the dentist said, "Sorry, there are no girl dentists at this office." I'm not done. And my
Okay.
daughter looked at me and said, "Why did we come here?" So the little girl, the 4-year-old, wanted a girl dentist. That's the joke, right?
Is it
Okay.
a joke or is that a true story, right?
Apparently, it's a true story.
Wow.
But that's the whole tweet. It blew up, and it's funny, I guess, because the little girl wanted a girl dentist, and she's like, "Why even bother?" Blah. That's it, right? Now imagine the replies. for a
Little
minute.
girl's a sexist twat.
okay, you're on the right track. So here's only 4 or 5 days later, the husband's own Twitter account jumping to the defense of the wife posting this. You ready? "I can't believe my family is getting death threats because of this tweet.
What?
We like our dentist. And my wife actually helped our preschooler through the appointment because she's a good mom. But you men who have threatened violence over a funny thing our kid said, you got to be less fragile."
I mean, we gotta kill her kid, right? That's the end result.
it goes on.
We have
and
to
it gets-
murder this little girl.
It gets better. "And I can't believe I have to explain that a funny tweet meant for our friends and fans was not a call to ban men from the dental profession. We would post some pics with our very kind dentist if you want, but I hesitate to share anything with the maniacs on this site."
The site meaning Twitter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So this family got death threats because of this joke tweet taken completely out of context by people who wanted to interpret it as gender hate, man hate.
God damn it! Wow.
Phew, I know, it's a fucking mouthful. I feel exhausted saying all that, but that's something that happens. Period. I want to know how you feel about it. I know.
I mean, obviously, this little girl has what's coming to her. I mean, she's gonna get it. Fucking, she deserves hell. Okay,
Little man hater.
we have to kill this little girl before she grows up to be Hitler. That's the only thing that has
That's
to be
how they
done.
were treating it. That's what's nuts.
No, that's me saying that.
Oh, okay. You're on board. All right.
I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I
It's nuts.
just fucking lighten up. Stop it.
Well, who? The people replying?
The people replying.
Okay. I thought you were telling like the family to lighten up. Like, don't worry about death threats.
If I was a mom, I would have waited till the little girl was sleeping and just drew a dick on her face and be like, all right, see, now we're even. Leave me alone.
That would have shut him up.
Yeah, like now we're even. Fuck off.
And I guess my whole point of like seeing that, it just came up randomly. I was like, I got to tell Rocky about this because it's so insane. Because I wanted to show that there's not always a good reason for harassment.
Yeah, I mean, people they get muscles behind the computer and anonymity. Anonymity? Anonymity. Hold on. I can get this. Anonymity. Right? Did I get it? Did I do it just now?
No.
Anonymity. Anonymity.
Now you're fucking me up. Now I can't think of it. Anonymity.
Yeah,
Fuck!
that's it.
Wait.
Right? Yeah,
No, it's not.
Anonymity.
And it's
Anonymity.
We need to cut this part out. I think that's it.
No, I can't cut that out. You kidding
That was
me?
embarrassing for both of us. Let's talk about the next site.
Don't you dare cut that out.
Oh my god. I'm running out of Rocco time here. Oh shit.
Do I look like I give a shit?
How do you feel about the idea of someone? Okay, let me pose it this way.
No,
What if
you get it out.
What if someone took your Vern Troyer status,
Yeah.
turned it into a tweet, and they got 100,000 likes and got a ton of followers from it, stole it from you? What would you do?
Are they getting paid for it?
Well, in a roundabout way, like support my Patreon for more funny tweets.
If they're getting paid for it, I would be pissed. I would have to fucking prove it and get them to take it down. But if they're just getting it for fucking likes, I don't give a shit. The fuck do I care? They get likes out of it, great.
This happened to us about 2 times. Our anime reaction shit got put into like mashups.
Yeah.
Their anime reactions, and it kind of pissed me off because those videos were monetized. That means they were making money off of us in a roundabout.
But like,
way.
weren't they like giving us as an example for something or something like that?
One of them credited us. One of them did not.
They didn't like blatantly just take it and re-upload it, right?
One of them did. Nichijou something, and another one put us in a montage of a bunch of other faces. Do you care about that at all?
Nope.
Okay. I was just
No.
I wanted to bring that up because this happens a lot. I see a ton of jokes, tweets, whatever from different sources, not even retweeted. And I'm realizing now this happens with art too. People just steal all the time.
Yeah, of course.
And pose it as their own. I just wanted to know how you feel about that.
I hear a lot about like people fucking getting upset when like they steal someone else's tweet. Like if a comedian writes something really funny. I used to follow when I had Twitter and was active on it. I used to follow a lot of comedy writers, not comedians, because comedians are always like promoting their shit and appearances and pushing their shit, merchandise. But writers, they have the best fucking tweets, and a lot of them would get upset if people stole their funny tweets. And I was like, fucking why? You're not making money off these tweets.
Well,
like you're getting paid to be a writer elsewhere. Like
right.
If you don't want your tweets to be stolen, don't fucking tweet. Like it's not your job.
The idea is that they're promoting their brand, like their name. Like remember how I used to say, Rocky, got to tweet more on the Headache Heroes account. So
that was adorable.
Because, and this is a real psychological thing that horrible people do in social media, is that the more you repeat something, the more it becomes true, even if it's crazy. Right? It's called memory distortion. It's a real psychological thing that's been studied in universities. Mm-hmm. Like the more we tweet, for example, we tweet it every 2 seconds. People would constantly see it in their feeds, right? And all they'd be able to think about at the end of the day is fucking Headache Heroes.
I need to really fucking unfollow them. They're annoying. Every 2 seconds.
That's the other one. That's the other thing. But that's the idea, that they're mad about that because their brand was taken away from them, and any potential follower they might have gotten was also taken away.
Right.
And therefore, potential money.
I don't know. It's not fucking their tweets. It's not fucking Shakespeare. Right. It's not anything serious.
All right, moving on. This is something I really want to talk about with you. I don't care what you. Almost all your responses are just "come on," so I'm used to it now. At episode 7, I really want to talk about this because I'm really interested in this about online shaming. So when somebody does something either online or offline, and then online people pile on them and ruin their lives or death threats,
like being in Ghostbusters.
Yeah. But I have a very specific example here that I want to give you the details of. So there's a guy who worked for Polygon, the game website.
Yeah.
He did a really funny video series with Griffin McElroy called Carboys. His name is Nick Robinson. Does that ring a bell?
No, I don't know Nick Robinson.
Okay. He was just like one of the comedy video guys at Polygon, right? So everything was going fine. He was like a hip dude and everyone liked him because he was on a show with Griffin and yada yada. And then suddenly one day, he tweets at this developer of a game called Overcooked for the Switch or something. And he says, "Man, your port's really shitty." He was being an asshole for no reason.
Right.
And then a reply to that from a random girl out of nowhere in his Twitter said, "Well, maybe you would like it. Maybe you would like it better if you would stop hitting on girls so often."
What?
I'm paraphrasing. But that tweet about him like creeping on girls blew up into endless accounts of other girls coming out on Twitter and in forums saying, "Nick Robinson also asked me for nudes. He also harassed me. He also did this." right?
Yeah.
And so, okay, follow me here. I'm almost done. So through that, he got fired from Polygon.
What?
Because there was such a kerfuffle around his identity now.
Everyone's so fucking annoying lately.
Nick,
Jesus Christ.
Nick Robinson equals creep, so they couldn't keep him on board. They fired him,
Who
and now
hasn't
he
fucking asked for nudes?
And so here's the thing that's the kicker for me, and that I'll get yelled at for. There was no proof of any of this happening.
No, like chat logs or anything, or text screenshots?
Not even screen caps.
Jesus
it was
Christ.
only anecdotal. It was only stories of people coming out and saying, Nick Robinson also did this to me. And the one that's even close to real, she was 18. So she wasn't even like a minor. And so the argument there is that he had power as a hip video game guy that girls like.
Right.
And he was using his power, again, like Hollywood harassment, to get over on girls. Whew. So what do you think about all of that?
If anyone tries telling you it's a man's world, this proves it wrong. You can just make shit up and ruin someone's life if you're a girl.
Potentially.
And it's been happening for 2 years now. You don't need proof. Yeah, of course. Allegedly, potentially, whatever. Girls run the world now, and there's nothing we can do about it. You have to fucking...
What?
Don't look at
You said men rule the world in the feminism episode.
I mean, we do financially.
But
they can completely shut you down with just fake shit. Like, they can just make something up. Be like, oh, he tried pooping on me at a party. And that man who tried pooping at that girl at the party will be fired from his job.
Party pooping. That's fun. Me and my four loco.
Like, girls can say anything they want now, and it doesn't have to be backed up by anything.
They went so far, Rocky, as to somebody made like an online, like in detective movies where they have like the big cork board,
but they like little like strings attached to each
yeah,
other and shit.
They had an online version of that, like in a website that like can let you do that. Yeah. Except like what he was listening to on Spotify the day he was accused of this, and why he's guilty because he was listening to a really happy song.
If I was Nick Robinson, I would go out and videotape me raping someone. Like, you wanted this? Now you got it. I would double down.
So all he was able to do was apologize and then leave.
Apologize for what?
And
There's
now
no
in
proof.
in everything he tweets from now on, he lost 30,000 followers.
I'm sorry for taking the blame for nothing.
Because there was no coming back from that. His identity was in shambles.
And that is ridiculous.
He was associated with potential creep, so therefore we can't have you on Polygon, and that's it. So there's one example.
Poor fucking guy.
Of what is now being called, I learned, call-out culture. When you call out potential problematic bullshit that you see. Right. Yeah. And I don't know what you get out of it.
This shit drives me insane.
Does it?
Nothing I hate more than this bullshit, yeah. They can't even find like, a friend to lie for them. Like, yeah, I saw it. No, they don't even go that far. They're just like, he tried touching my poopy at a party once. And it's believed. That's it.
All right, well, let me flip gears on you, see how you feel about this one. There's a woman in 2013 named Justine Sacco. She was the PR representative of some insurance company, right? This is back when Twitter wasn't as popular. And so she was tweeting like real shock value kind of jokes, and not really getting any responses because she didn't care and no one cared. But there was this one, she was flying to Africa for some reason. And she's like, going to Africa, I'm on the plane. Hope I get AIDS. Oh, wait, I won't because I'm white. Like that was the whole tweet, right?
All right, it's kind of funny, I guess.
I kind of paraphrased it. You can look it up yourself. But so she was trying to like make fun of how white people are like separated from Africa, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that blew up.
I mean, technically, statistically.
Okay.
I mean, she's kind of right. She won't get AIDS.
Well, I guess she wasn't fucking anybody. Fine. Okay,
I mean, she's only stating stats at that point. She's probably not. She's right.
Here's what happened.
It's not wrong.
Stop. She's an early version. I want you to hear this story because I think you'll like it.
Okay.
What happened was she got on her plane, which was like a 12-hour flight or something. But when she landed, she opened her phone and she got texts from her best friend and her mom saying, "I am so sorry. What's happening to you?" And she's like, "What? What's happening to me? What are you talking? I'm fine." Turns out
she caught AIDS.
Fuck. On the plane. It's in the sippy cup.
What a coincidence.
From the peanuts. Yeah, so she got online shamed so hard that companies started to get on board. I'll be like, hey, don't be like Justine Sacco. Get a flight with our new service, blah, blah, blah. And so she became this like figure of
Like the
when
Hitler of
when a
airlines.
poor taste joke is taken so seriously that she gets demolished into the dirt, fired, and forever associated with that tweet. To the point where she's forever remembered for it and can't be forgotten, even if she wants to be.
I mean,
How do you feel about that?
a lot of things blown a little out of proportion. I think she got fucking pounded into the dirt a little bit harder than it was necessary, to be honest. Why is everyone so fucking thin-skinned nowadays? Why can't you just say, well, that's not very funny, and move on? Like, why do you have to fucking run a crusade?
I think the idea is that social media has the power to create a hive mind, and if you're not on the side of the politically correct or the majority, then you're the outcast, and you're also going to get shamed, and you're the bad guy. So if you don't fall in line with everyone else's tweets, you will be just as shamed. Like, how dare you side with Nick Robinson, you creep? You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you don't agree with with the hive mind, you automatically must be Satan.
And that goes for left wing and right wing and everything, you know.
Oh yeah,
in between.
that's just how it is. It's like a whole like with us or against us attitude.
Right. It turns everything into black and white, and I guess that was kind of my broad point about social media, and I wanted to know how you felt about potentially being a part of it because you use it every day.
I don't have any purpose or cause. I like seeing what my friends post. I like posting funny things. I rarely voice my opinions as a status or anything.
Well, have you seen people in your life kind of like fall prey to like dumb information or wrong information?
Oh,
or
they
fake
get
news?
hidden. Facebook has this new thing now where you can hide people for 30 days. It's not like permanent. It's fucking awesome. Because like it's just like me like punishing. To me personally, it's like me just like punishing them. Like, okay, go sit in the corner.
But they don't know they've been punished. That's what's so brilliant about it.
Yeah. I'll see you in a month. You're annoying me, and it's fucking awesome. Because a lot of people like I forget about. I hid them like years ago, and I'm like, oh shit, they probably matured, and they did mature, and I feel bad for hiding them.
They proved, in Rocky's eyes, they're on the good side.
Okay,
now.
you've been in, limbo
Time
long
out long
enough. You can come out. But this new feature is fucking awesome. Because like any like kid pictures, any fucking like.
Oh, by the way, I love
shit.
Your Facebook friends getting upset when you're like, I'm gonna unfollow everyone who has a kid between the ages of 3 and 8, or for 3 to 8 years.
3 to 8 years, yeah.
Yeah. And
well,
then
that's my
people
thing.
are like,
hey,
don't unfollow me.
My cousin recently just had a kid, and I wanted to tell her like this. It kind of upsets me that you're having a kid because now I'm gonna have to unfollow you on social media for 3 to 8 years because you're gonna post nothing but that little fucking mutant's picture for the next twice a day, every day.
I can't wait till you have a fucking kid so we can make them
Never.
Never. I'm gonna hold you to that. We'll see, man.
You and like 50 other people. Trust me.
I don't know. You're doing the house dad thing. You're doing yard work.
And I'm also having tons of unprotected sex, but fuck that. I'll abort the hell out of it.
Well, there's our abortion episode wrapped up in our social media episode. Fuck. Rocky knows. We know how he feels about it.
Rocky knows best. Just rename this podcast to Rocky Knows Best.
That's kind of what I'm trying to promote. Well, at least your chill side, anyway, not your non-voting side. Let's see what else I got here. The fappening.
Oh, that was awesome.
Remember that? How do you feel about the women who were victims of that?
I mean, that's what they get for using Apple products. I'm not an Android boy.
Let's go through these quick. How do you feel about the survivors of the gay nightclub shooting trying to sue Google and YouTube for allowing and enabling ISIS terrorist videos and promoting them and monetizing them?
They're going to lose that lawsuit, and it's fucking silly. Next question.
How do you feel about a bunch of Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr and whatever former executives coming out now and saying this whole thing was a mistake and we're sorry?
What whole thing was a mistake?
Social media and the internet at large.
I mean, they're not wrong.
It's
turned into its own fucking monster. It went somewhere that they couldn't foresee. People fucking use it for evil. That's what this fucking episode's mostly about.
Yeah. Remember when it was kind of just like LiveJournal and AIM? It was kind of innocent back then.
Taking fucking surveys and posting a bulletin about it on MySpace.
Yeah, it felt innocent, didn't it?
Yeah. Too many crusades going on. People are always trying to fight for something and voice their opinions.
So speaking of opinions, I want to see what you feel about mine right now.
Sure.
I feel like...
Can't wait to shoot this down.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I see. I'm always kind of mixed in Rocky Town, so we'll see. Rocky knows best, after all. Trademark. I'm gonna trademark that, and I'll make the money off of it. Fuck you.
RKB.
So I think we give crazy people and children too much credit. I think we take the words of anybody online too seriously to the point where it becomes real. Like the Pizzagate thing. It became a fucking problem because we took
At that point,
crazies
people are just
seriously.
blindly swallowing information and not using their judgment. They're just like, I heard this thing, I must repost this thing.
Right,
Like, they're
okay.
not using their fucking heads.
I gotta say though, a couple episodes ago, you admitted to, and you're gonna call me out on it. You admitted to just getting surface level social media information news wise.
Yeah, because I don't
whatever.
I don't really care about news in general, so I have to hear whatever reaches my ears. It's not like I'm going and
Even if it's
actively-
false craziness.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately that's what's hitting my ears, most popular shit, because I'm not news savvy. I don't really go out and look for news. So whatever social media is sharing is unfortunately what hits my ears.
So you're talking about being critical. You don't care if it might be so wrong that it's fucked up or whatever.
Well, it depends what the situation is.
Like the Pizzagate thing. If you saw that,
I mean,
would you be like, yeah, okay,
yeah, because
fine.
I wouldn't believe it because I have a fucking common sense.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a lot of children and crazies out there, and that's, I guess, my point.
Yeah, keyword children and crazies. Use your fucking head. You can read the headline and be like, no, that's fake. And move on.
Did you see the episode of Black Mirror called Hated in the Nation?
I saw all of them, but remind me which one that was.
Death 2.
Oh, yeah. That was
with
a
the
good one.
bees.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, and so that was a comment on hive mind social media shit, and people just jumping on shit without thinking about it.
Obviously, you shouldn't regurgitate what you hear as fact, but I wouldn't be a part of it.
You wouldn't? What if somebody's a real scumbag?
To me personally, they would fucking get a death to and a fist shake.
No, they would get an unfollow on Facebook for 30 days.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
That's the ultimate punishment in Rocco Town.
You show me a picture of your kid, you're getting sent away for 30 days. I'll see that kid in 30 days.
Usually I ask you what would it take you to get you to care, but it seems like you kind of care about what's happening with social media a little bit.
If it's
and
in
like
my
the negative shit,
it's in my little social bubble. Sure, I always hit up Snopes to see if anything's real or not.
You do?
Yeah, I like to see.
Rocky Lassio goes to Snopes.com.
Oh, it's a big deal.
Why?
Because I want, if something is like, wow, that's shocking, or if like, holy shit, I like to.
Yeah, but Mister, I don't give a fuck about anything. Is going to Snopes?
Sometimes I get fucking bored, Matt.
I'm not trying to put you down. I'm just surprised. That's all.
I mean, if I see like a death hoax,
oh, okay,
if someone I like a lot, I'm like, oh shit. But it's always wrong.
Like Vern Troyer, and then
or
you
like
went to Snopes today and got upset.
I looked up. What did I look up? It's something like if I wanted to see if tilapia was a real fish, it was like a real mutant something. And
what the fuck did that sound like a conspiracy theory? Where did you hear that shit?
I heard it. I forget why I heard it, but
it's a mutant
I
fish.
heard that like tilapia wasn't a real fish, and it's just made for consumption. It's like a crossbreed weird fish. And I was like, no fucking way. So I looked it up because I was interested. But I only look up things that I'm interested in.
Well, let us know what's the result.
It's a real fish.
Oh, okay. Shoo. Thank God. I'm glad we figured.
Yeah.
Rocky knows best. We figured it out, everybody. See ya.
Bye, guys.
Tilapia's a real fish.
Tilapia's real. Bye.
Hey, did this episode convince you to register to vote before the next election?
I think this one did it, yeah.
Wow, this one! Is it because Trump tweets really scary things all the time? And it's like real fucked up?
It's because I take tweets seriously. Why come I don't get death threats? I think I've earned them at this point. Matt, answer that question.
You want death threats? No, you don't.
I just want, some kind of attention.
We we both couldn't handle scary little kid anime comments. I don't think we can handle those.
No, that was all you.
Oh, shut up!
I didn't care about that shit, and you know it.
Yeah, sometimes you did. You liar.
If they got a little brutal and called me fat, I'm like, hey, I'm not that big.
See? And last thing, what did you learn, if anything?
Well, last night I learned that tilapia is a real fish.
Hey, suggest topics you care about on Twitter and Instagram at Headache Heroes. I can't talk today because I'm curious to see what you guys think is more important than maybe social media or Trump or whatever the hell we've done already.
Let's do a podcast on Monica Bellusci's rape scene in Irreversible. Hell,
Oh
it was a
my
full-
fucking god! Of all the scenes, I hate that I know what you're talking about. Why do you got to bring that up?
It was like 6 minutes long.
It was so fucked up.
no music, no camera movement, just 6-minute rape scene.
That's called trash art.
Yeah, the best kind of art, really.
We tried this last week, but of course it didn't happen, so I probably shouldn't bring it up. Email Rocky questions if you want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Never mind. Hey, please subscribe on iTunes and leave ratings and reviews because it helps us get seen and it increases the chance for Rocky to get death threats.
That's all I really
He needs
want.
attention, guys.
If anything, send me death threats at headacheheroes@gmail.com. That won't be
You're just gonna get Rocky go kill you. That's it. Does that even count? At this
Rocky,
point?
your fucking feet smell. You're dead.
Head to mattandrocky.com for 5 years worth of videos.
Matt
Shut the
and
fuck up.
Mott and Rocky.
It has anime, it has video games, it has a lot of fun stuff. This episode's gone on so long. Last thing I gotta emphasize, because I'm about to move out of my parents' house for the first time in my life, please support us on Patreon. Because I don't make any money.
Find Matt at your local McDonald's soon.
Oh, shut the fuck
He'll be working
up.
there for you.
I'm so upset with life.
Join the club.
I made Rocky
Soup.
do you wish. I made Rocky do a double the other week ago. Like, we did free speech and protests in a row, and then like we didn't get any new patrons to do an early episode. So please, if you support us on Patreon, you get an early episode and make his sacrifice worth it.
Nobody cares.
I know. It's just sad if we say it over and over. The
We're
more we say it, the more true it becomes.
We're talking to like 3 people right now. You wanna come over and play pool and have a beer and watch the game?
Do you have a pool game? Pool game.
Wow.
I'm
you're
ending this episode.
Matt needs a nap.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Goodbye. You gonna say goodbye?
No, not this time.
Please?
I'm afraid I'm gonna get death threats if I do.
Say toodaloo at least.
Toodaloo. Hashtag toodaloo.
Ooh, relevant! Christ. All right, bye.